प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकम् तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकम् लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजेन्द्रं धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टकम् नवमं बालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननम् द्वादशतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं परम् विद्यार्थी लभते विद्यां धनार्थी लभते धनम् पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रान् मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिम् जपे गणपति स्तोत्रं षड्भिर्मासै फलं लभेत् संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नत्र संशयः अष्टभ्यो ब्रह्मणेभ्यश्च लिखित्वा यः समर्पयेत् तस्य विद्या भवेत् सर्वा गणेशस्य प्रसादतः।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Micro, small and medium enterprises, we all have heard about it and we also know somewhat about it. But we still want to know the details about its advantages, opportunities, registration procedure, etc., etc. for construction industry, and hence today workshop is arranged. I am very pleased to announce that today for this workshop, about 225 registrations have received us. This is the great achievement for us. I have pleasure in welcoming you all to this informative workshop. We are with us Shri M.U. Mohan Sir, President, Builders Association of India, which is well known as BAI.
No, I'm in a meeting.
I welcome all vice presidents here, Mr. Arun Sahai, Sachidananda Reddy ji, Mr. Chandrakant Raipat ji, Mr. K. Chinna Swami ji. I also welcome our National Secretary Pradeep Nagvekar ji, our National Treasurer Gyan Madani ji, National Chairman for MSME Committee Sri Ram Kotaya ji. I welcome today's speaker Sri Maheshwar Narayan Prasad, DGM SME SBI Mumbai, Sri Balwant Joshi, Joint Director of Industries, Government of Maharashtra, and Mr. Praveen Deshmukh, former Joint Director of Industries, Government of Maharashtra. I also welcome all state chairmans, all past presidents, trustees coming from all over India. Friends, we members of Builders Association know what is BAI, but respected speakers should also know about it. That's why in a few seconds I will introduce what is BAI. BAI, Builders Association of India, BAI, established in 1941. This is the apex body of Indian construction industry, having about 30,000 construction companies as its patron members directly throughout its 200 centers spread throughout the country and more than 1 lakh indirect membership through regional association affiliated to BI. BI acts as a bridge between the government and construction industry on policy advocacy of government and contribute to the economic development of the country. Indian construction industry is the biggest employment provider after agriculture. It is well known fact that construction industry is the core industry for any other industry to start. They first have to depend on the construction industry, because when we start industry, initially we have to build our building and all these things. The construction industry is the basic industry for all industrial purposes. Construction activity is a service providing activity which needs to be registered as service activity by all of us. As registered service activities attracts a lot of benefits by government of India. Enterprises registered under MSME have a lot of benefits, and how MSME Act has been amended. Now the MSME Act has been amended recently and given new definition. We will be hearing today from the speakers about the benefits for a construction company to be registered under MSME. I wish you all a very informative evening today. Now, after this small speech, I request our Honorable President to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
My dear Baburao Sakkarwar, Vice President West, and Arun Sagai, North Vice President, and Chandrakant ji, East Vice President, and Sachidananda Reddy ji, South 1 Vice President, Chinnasamy ji, South 2 Vice President, my dear Honorary General Secretary Pradeep Nagavkar ji, Treasurer Jan Madani ji, and all other VA dignitaries and the MSME department government officials and bank officials. My good evening to everyone. I am happy to be in this meeting because Mr. Baburao's meetings, each and every meeting, he is achieving something for this construction industry. Last time also, he has arranged a meeting with our Honorable Minister Ashok Chavan, and we are getting some relief in that. His regional meetings and all, we have get some points for this construction industry. And again, this MSME, it is a very essential subject today, because our construction industry, as he said, is the largest industry which is giving more GDP to the growth of our country and more employment for the country. Nearly more than 250 allied industries is covering under this construction industry. We, the contractors and builders, are the largest taxpayers in the country by way of income tax, GST and ESIPF, all these things. Other than any other industry, we are the largest payer of this tax. For us, in this pandemic situation, we need some benefits from our government to accelerate our construction industry. Honorable Finance Minister has agreed our representation, and she has kind enough to reduce the interest rate for this MSME units, and some more benefits we are in need now. So in this meeting, I am eagerly waiting about the discussions, and after that meeting, the outputs on that day. So again, my thanks to all. Namaskaram. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, President, sir. Now I request Shri Nirav Parmar to introduce our speaker, because we want to start now our actual session. Please, Nirav Parmar.
Thank you, Baburao-ji.
Your voice is becoming low.
Am I audible now?
Now, yes.
Yeah. Respected Baburao-ji, thanks for the opportunity. President sir and all the office bearers of BI who are present here, I think it's a groundbreaking session for us, and there will be many take-home things from this. The first speaker is Mr. Balwant Joshi. He is an electrical engineer, a graduate of 1985 batch. He started his career as a lecturer at SGGS College in Nanded. Then he moved on to MSCB as a junior engineer, and at the same time he also appeared for MPSC exams. Through MPSC, he joined as a deputy director in industries for class 1 officer, and from there currently he has been promoted to joint director and stationed at Aurangabad. He carries with him, out of a total 35 years of experience since his graduation, 25 years he has devoted with MSME, industry department. I think we all are eager to hear Mr. Balwant Joshi. Sir, it's over to you now, sir.
मधु जोशी सरांना अनम्यूट करा ना.
Wait.
केलं का?
नाही थांबा जरा. बलवंत जोशी. जोशी स्वतःला अनम्यूट करा ना. BS जोशी ना.
हो, येस.
हां, स्वतःला अनम्यूट करा ना.
लेफ्ट बॉटम
राईट साइडला, तुमच्या राईट साइडला एक हे दाखवलेलं आहे, स्पीकर.
रेड असेल त्याच्यावर. राईट
साइडला स्पीकर आहे.
झालं.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
At the outset, I first wish you
झालं का? जोशी साहेब हँग झालं वाटतं जरा.
Niro sir, I think take the next speaker.
नाही, एक मिनिट इतके हे करू नका.
एक मिनिट. Baburao-ji can speak to him now on phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
इतके घाई नको.
शक्कर साहब भी गायब हो गया।
है सब है।
शक्कर साहब आए आए, ठीक है, म्यूट किया खुद को उन्होंने।
Hello. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, if you go through the PDF files.
1 minute, जोशी साहब 1 minute, हाँ. Okay. Which PDF file you want me to put?
Udyam registration. Go for Udyam registration.
Registration 1 minute. कर दो. उद्यम registration ना? साहेब 1 मिनिट, उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन उघडतो मी. अरे यार फाइल क्यों निकल रहा है?
हेलो बोलो टाइम पास करे, क्या हो रहा है?
जोशी साहेब फाईल ती उघडली होती, आता परत काय उघडत नाही, कळत नाही.
I'll speak then. Okay.
हीरो दिख रहा है, हीरो.
तुम्हाला शेअरिंग नेट देऊ का? उघडलं, ठीक आहे. 1 minute.
वीडियो.
इट्स ओपनिंग.
स्क्रीन यूज कर रहा है, हमको भी पता है हम लोग कितना है, हम लोग स्क्रीन डार्क हो जा रहा है, पूरा हो गया तू कर. मेरा गोरा पण ले रहा है. प्रदीप बोलतो मेरा गोरा पण लेके गया होगा.
अच्छा, जोशी साहेब तुम्ही चालू करते आहे ते स्क्रीनवर, इट्स टेकिंग टाइम.
Okay. Sir, Government of India has recently come with the. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible. Oh.
Government of India has recently come with the gazette notification dated 26th of June 2020, wherein Government of India has enhanced the limits of micro, small, medium enterprises. Previously, this definition was based on the investment in plant and machinery. Now, this definition has been based on investment in plant and machinery as well as the turnover of the firm. For micro enterprises, investment in plant and machinery or equipments in your case as a contractor, investment limit will be 1 crore and turnover limit will be 5 crores. For small enterprises, investment in equipment will be 10 crores, which was previously 5 crores, and turnover limit is 50 crores. For medium scale enterprises, investment in equipment limit is 50 crores, which was previously 10 crores, and turnover limit is 250 crores. इन्वेस्टमेंट लिमिट बढ़ाने की ज्यादा खुशी होने की जरूरत वैसी है नहीं, क्योंकि पहले जो था इन्वेस्टमेंट इट वाज लिंक प्लांट एंड मशीनरी का इन्वेस्टमेंट था, इक्विपमेंट का था. नाउ इट हैज बीन लिंक्ड टू द इनकम टैक्स एक्ट. इनकम टैक्स एक्ट के अनुसार all tangible assets other than land, building, furniture and fittings comes under the definition of plant and machinery now. That means if you are having vehicles, those are also come under the equipments or the plant and machinery or definition of equipments. Whatever investment you are showing on one GST and PAN number, those will be taken into account. That means if you are having multiple locations in a state, in GST we are having principal place of business and other locations scattered over all over the state. All this investment will be clubbed here. Previously, clubbing provision was not there. Now there is a provision of clubbing. Previously, investment in plant and machinery and equipment was not considered for storage tank, control panels, tools and equipments, dies, etc. Now these are taken into account. That means though the government of India has increased the investment limit in plant and machinery, it will include all the things other than land, building, furniture and fitting. All tangible assets other than land, building, furniture and fittings will be included in the definition of Income Tax Act 1961, and that will be treated as. Previously, there was a concept of manufacturing and service enterprises. Now this concept has been abolished now. There is no distinction between manufacturing and service. Now it will be called as enterprise only, and Uddam registration will be accorded to you based on your GST and PAN number. It will be linked with the GST or GST number and PAN number. Sir, what are the benefits of this to be registered as a MSME unit or service enterprises or a contractor? First thing is you will be getting EMD exemption and security deposit exemptions for the government contracts. That is one of the benefit. And during the Atmanirbhar Bharat, Government of India has given certain concessions. That's PPT also I have shared with you, but I will just highlight that Atmanirbhar Bharat, wherein relief to contractors. What is the relief to the contractors? You might be aware, you are all distinguished BI members. Hello?
Joshi sir, give Atmanirbhar Bharat.
घ्या किंवा मी सांगतो आता, you share that to your members in course of time, but it will take time otherwise.
Okay.
Relief to the contractors, you might be aware that extension up to 6 months without cost for the works of CPWD, PWD, railways and etc. Government of India has granted. One more benefit you can insist for, here Government of India has given. Government agencies has to release partially the bank guarantees with them proportionate to the work completed. This is one of the measures to increase your liquidity. If you are having bank guarantees, normally you might be aware that these bank guarantees are to the tune of 2 to 3% of the work order value. Whatever work is completed partially, that bank guarantee you can ask for so that your liquidity will increase. Extension of registration and completion in real estate projects, they have given. Extension for filing of GST returns, collateral free automatic loans, no guarantee fees for that. And my senior colleague, he will deliberate on Mr. Praveen Deshmukh, he will deliberate on the interest on the delayed payments with the various government agencies. That provision is there. We deal with the facilitation council, wherein these proposals are taken or your petitions are heard and accordingly awards are given. Sir, for the registration, I have given one PPT for you, MSME PDF, wherein I have given all the codes of activities. 410 relates to, you can open that slide. 410, it relates to construction of building. 421 relates to construction of roads and railways. 422, this is national industries classification. It is all over the world, the codes are there. 422 is construction of utility project. 429 is for construction of other civil engineering projects. 431 is for demolition and site preparation. 432 is electrical, plumbing and other construction installation. And 433 is building completion and finishing. For registering your firm as a Udyam registration, you are supposed to have your Udyog Aadhaar, PAN card and GST registration. One of our participants, I have asked him to join this meeting, is Mr. Senior CA, Mr. Ashish Zawar. Recently, he has done one registration. We can have his experience also, what we have to face. It is not so user-friendly portal. We'll have to ask for the government to reduce some fields so that it will be easy and user-friendly. In a short while, I will ask Mr. Zawar also, who has done this registration on your behalf for the construction activity. He will share his experiences. Mr. Zawar, please. Hello.
Madhu.
Ashish Zawar.
Madhu. Where is Madhu?
आशिष तू आहेस ना ऑनलाइन? हो सांगतो. If it is possible for you, please unmute Mr. Ashish Zawar. Hello.
सांगतोय साहेब सांगतोय.
So he will share his experience. Recently, just with before 5 minutes, he has downloaded one registration. What difficulties he is facing, you will come to know. Ashish Zawar is a chartered accountant by profession.
कुठे गेला? काय झालं आता? हॅलो. हाँ एक मिनिट पाहतो. हॅलो गेलं की तर माझं चालू आहे. बंद झालंय माझ्या याच्यावर का बंद? मधु हाँ अच्छा असं झालंय का? अच्छा हाँ ठीक आहे.
Hello.
तर माझ्याजवळ हाँ जोशी साहेब.
Is it not possible to unmute Ashish Zawar?
नाही ते जरा हँग झालेले आहे. 2 मिनिट फक्त 5 मिनिट तुम्ही चालू ठेवा.
He is stationed at Mudkhed nearby you. गावाकडे आलेले आहेत. He is a very good.
ठीक आहे आपण त्यांना 5-10 मिनिटांनी घेऊ. देशमुख साहेबांचं झाल्यावर घेऊ. पण तुम्ही तो चालू ठेवा. 5 मिनिट ते हँग झालेले आहेत.
अच्छा. Sir, as a MSME, you will be getting collateral.
किती सर? मला इथे दिसून झालं. थोडं बोर.
Hello.
हाँ सर. सर तुम्ही चालू ठेवा ना.
Sir, the one more benefit in Atmanirbhar Bharat is a emergency credit line for MSME, wherein whatever entire outstanding as on 29th of February 2020, of that you will be getting up to 20% CC limit enhanced. Probably most of you might have availed this. If you are not availed, some of you are not availed, then please avail this facility. My senior colleague, zonal manager, he will deliberate on in detail.
Joshi sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Shakar sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
ठीक आहे. मी माझ्या मोबाईलवर पण आलोय आतमध्ये. कोणाला अनम्यूट करायचंय?
झमर म्हणून येतो. आशिष झवळकर. झमर झमर जोशी साहेब कोणाला अनम्यूट
आशिष.
करायचं सांगा जरा.
हा आशिष आयफोन किंवा ओनली आशिष.
ए भैया स्क्रीनच बंद पडले मला.
जोशी साहेब.
हे मला अवघडच कार्यक्रम झाला.
Sir, up to
बाहेर चला गया.
कधी गेले?
जोशी नाग
मला अनम्यूट करता आलं तर कर ना. त्यांना सांगता येईल.
बंदच केलं.
हा तर दुसरं काय करणार?
आलं. पंखाचं बघा. गरम झालं.
हाँ अभी तो कर हैंडल कर. हाँ
ऐकू चालेल.
चक्कर साहेब काय झालं?
हा जोशी साहेब त्यांना केलं का तुम्ही? आशिष झवर कोण आहे त्यांना? त्यांना नंतर घेऊ आपण. जोशी साहेब आपलं झालं का? जोशी साहेब
जोशी साहेब पण गेले.
नाही नाही म्यूट मध्ये आहेत इथं आहेत म्यूट आहेत.
हो म्यूट मध्ये आहेत ते.
निरोग भाई
हा
मला वाटतं पुढचा घ्या तुम्ही.
जोशी साहेब आहेत ना?
जोशी साहेब काहीतरी अनम्यूट करा ना. जोशी साहेब तुम्ही अनम्यूट करा ना.
Hello.
हाँ जोशी साहेब बोला.
Sir, this Udyam registration portal for 31st of March 2021 will not be asking for PAN. They will be giving registration on the self-declaration only. But after 21st of March 2021, GST number, PAN number will be compulsory, made compulsory. If you log into that, you are supposed to give your details of previous year's balance sheet. And after filling the required data, you will be generated with the Udyam registration number. Now just number will be indicated on the screen. Registration will be after 4 to 5 days. You will get it the printout. Meanwhile, the system will go through your income tax details and link this with the GST returns and all those things, and subsequently the registration will be issued. Software has made that provision. It is little bit not so user friendly, but in coming time it will be made user friendly by the Government of India. It is over from my side.
It is over from this side.
Nirav ji.
Yeah.
What about Ashish Jha?
Yeah, can we move to the next speaker? Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Joshi Saib, for giving a brief on the concept of MSME, how it works regarding the registration aspect. And also, I think we are unfortunate because of the connectivity issue. Otherwise, we could have seen the live, I think, registration process done on the portal. And we appreciate your candidness to point out that the system portal is not working properly. I think those are the glitches which will be taken care. Now we move on to the next speaker for the MSME topic. We have Sri Praveen Deshmukh, who is retired as Joint Director Industries. He is a science graduate from Nagpur University. He was General Manager District Industries and has worked at Latur, Beed, Nagpur, Nanded. Then he got promoted as Joint Director Industries. He has done the responsibilities of entrepreneurship development, cluster development, infrastructure development, and he carries loads of experience with respect to MSME. He will tell us more about the concept, and more importantly, what we all as contractors are looking for is the benefits of payments within the stipulated time, how it will happen, and what is the mechanism to get the payment, and what are the redressals available if the payment is not done. So I invite Sri Praveen Deshmukh ji to share his views on MSME, the other aspect of the MSME. Over to you, Deshmukh sir.
Thank you so much. I really thankful to Builders Association of India, basically its president and vice president, Mr. Shakkarwa Sahib, who has taken a very good initiative for all your colleagues in working in construction industry. Basically, when I was a government officer working earlier, the construction industry was not industry we are treating as an industry, because it was not categorized as industry, service industry also. But nowadays, the government of India has declared construction industry as a service industry. So it will be very useful for all of you to register as a MSME, micro, small or medium enterprises in Udyam registration. My colleague Ms. Joshi has already informed what is the procedure and how to go ahead with the registration, and after registration you will get the advantages already told by Mr. Joshi. There are n number of advantages. I will speak on two subjects basically. One is delayed payment, and second is GEMS portal. First, we will talk about delayed payment. Delayed Payment Act. It is basically MSME Act 2006. Government of India has passed an act to address basically various issues being faced by MSMEs about their delayed payment. So this act was passed in Parliament. It is very important act. It is the first time an act has been passed for MSME. So when a MSME supplies some material or some services to large industry or to some government department or semi-government department, and if it doesn't get payment within 45 days, he can approach Facilitation Council. Basically, Facilitation Council is a council formed for in each division. In Aurangabad division, Facilitation Council is there, headed by Joint Director of Industries and its chairman, and Deputy Director as a secretary. One banker is there, headed by Joint Director is there, and two members from associations, industries are there. It is a 5-member committee, and we have to. When we don't get a payment in time, any industry can approach the Facilitation Council. Samadhan portal is there. Online you can apply in Samadhan portal. Notice has been given to other party, big industry or medium scale industry, and if he doesn't agree to pay, then you can face to face you can approach the Facilitation Council. It is a council, and you council call all the both the parties, and first they try to mutually agree whatever terms and conditions, and try to agree each other for the payment. If second party doesn't agree, then they take the hearings, 3-4 hearings, and after hearings they pass the order, giving some order, and that order can be is binding on second party, and he has to give his payment within some specific time of 1 month or 2 months, whatever time period has been given by Facilitation Council. And the one important aspect in this Facilitation Council is that he has to pay the interest 3 times of the basic lending rate of the RBI. So basic payment means principal amount plus the period whatever has been over, that interest 3 times of the interest of the basic lending rate of the lending bank or RBI. So this is the very good opportunity for all SMEs to approach the Facilitation Council and to get the award passed by the MSME. So this is I appeal all the MSMEs basically who are not getting payments within 45 days from large industries or medium industries or small industries or from government departments to approach the divisional facilitation council and get it sorted out in particular time period. This is first aspect of the Delayed Payment Act. Second aspect is about GEMS portal. So Government of India has launched a GEMS portal, Government e-Marketplace, we can call it as, and it is a portal, and government departments are all registered on this portal, and now Government of India is appealing all the service industries as well as manufacturing industries to register on GEMS portal so that any government department can purchase any product or take the services from the portal only. So if say there are n number of manufacturers or n number of service providers who are already registered on GEMS portal, it is a very good opportunity for all government, for all SMEs. Basically, it may be manufacturing, it may be service industry, to register under GEMS portal, so that Government of India has made it mandatory for all government departments to purchase all the products or all the services from GEMS portal only. Now it is not compulsory for government of state governments, but state government can take the services of GEMS portal, and they can also hire the various manufacturing or service industries services from the portal also. So this is a very good opportunity for all SMEs to register on portal and give you services or manufacturing various products manufactured on the register on this portal, so that Government of India's various departments can purchase those products or those services from this portal only. So this portal has been already there on MSME, Ministry of MSME, Government of India website. So all are requested to register their services, or they can register their manufactured products also on the portal. So this is very good opportunity for all of us. And third is about, this is a procurement portal basically, and you must be knowing that 20% of the purchases, 20% of the purchases of Government of India should be from MSME now. So this act has been already passed by Parliament. So it is mandatory for Government of India to purchase all the products, at least 20% of the products from government of, from the SMEs, or 20% of the services from the SMEs. So this is very good opportunity for all the SMEs. Basically, construction industry is a service industry. If they register their activity on GEMS portal, they can get various government contracts of Government of India, and because 20% of the services should be hired from the GEMS portal, so they can get lot of opportunities from this GEMS portal. So I request Association, Builders Association of India Association, to take an awareness program about the GEMS portal for their members in coming months, so that all they can register their services or their activities on the GEMS portal. Third point, I want to just make aware of the Skilling India. Basically, this construction industry is the biggest industry, and I thanks all of you for giving us shelter, which is very important from for all of us, for the society. So you are builders of the nation, I mean to say. So if association should take the initiative for skilling various manpower used in industry, and they should contact the skilling ministry, Ministry of Skill Development and Employment, Government of Maharashtra or Government of India. So there are so many schemes for skilling manpower of the various industries, and government is very eager to provide these services to our manpower. So all the three aspects I have already talked to you, and in last session of this webinar, question answer session will be there. So I hand over now to Mr. Shakkarwar.
Niroji.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Deshmukh Sahab, for giving us your thoughts on MSME and how more importantly regarding the delayed payment. Now, since we have heard about the MSME aspect from two well-known speakers on this aspect, we move on to the third dignitary today on the panel, and this is more important from the contractors, is where the money comes from. So please welcome, I welcome Mr. Maheshwar Narayan Prasad ji. He is DGM, State Bank of India. He is with us today, and he will tell us more about the banking aspect of MSME, the facilities given by the banking. I'll just give a brief introduction of Mr. Maheshwar ji. He joined SBI as a probationary officer in 1994. He has been field officer, then branch manager, traveled across Bihar, Punjab, Maharashtra. He worked as credit support officer to CGM, DMD for various projects. He has been a nodal officer, and he has given clarity more on the credit aspect of it. And he will talk mainly on he has also taken up discussions with credit support officers, and has worked as nodal officer for monitoring of mid-corporate loans for southern, western, northern part of the country from 2008 to 2013. And he has also worked as a relationship manager for mid-corporate vertical of bank from 2013 to 30 at Ludhiana in Maharashtra. And he has worked as Circle Credit Officer of Maharashtra Circle of the bank for 1 year. And last 2 months, he has been now working as DGM SME of Maharashtra Circle, looking after the business development of MSME. So we can see that he has worked in all the zones of the country, and he carries with him vast experience. So I hand over to Mr. Maheshwar Prasad ji to enlighten us with respect to the banking role and with respect to the facilities given to this. Over to you, Prasad sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Shankar Rao ji, and then the Vice President BAI, and all the dignitaries of BAI, then Joshi Sahab, the first speaker of the day, then Mr. Deshmukh, the second speaker of the day. So right now, as you have told, I'm working as a DGM SME, looking after this SME portfolio of entire Maharashtra and Goa also, minus this Mumbai Metro, because Metro is having a different circle. So different offices are there. So now I'm talking to all the parts of the Maharashtra people, say Nagpur and Nasik and Aurangabad and all whatever areas. And since COVID, actually, this real estate industries and construction activities industry were facing certain issues, and we have been helping them coming out of those issues. But post COVID, the issues have aggravated due to all the lockdowns. And government has also come out with a lot of support systems and enablers to come out of this pandemic situation, unprecedented, right? We can say. So SBI, we are as SBIN, we have been very, we can say, proactive in helping out our various industries. If you say, see, we have come out with this COVID emergency line. We were the first banks for up to 10% of their fund-based and non-fund-based limits we are giving them to all our companies. We were not having a stress prior to this lockdown since March, I think, prior to February. Then we had come out with a product that which we said, then in which we have given various concessions in margins, like inventory, like your stretch receivables. So that also we have done. And that product is still open till August with us. And then because there we are taking very liberal view so that we can help out our the company which were doing good till February, but facing a lot of trouble due to this unprecedented situation. Then we had, as RBI had permitted us, so we have increased, we can say EMI, we have elongated there, and their interest, so many units in construction activity you must be having. So this interest applied on this account, we are putting in separate account. We are not asking, as we have RBI has given enabled us to do like that. Also, we can say that we have done a lot of literacy and awareness programs also, like e-town hall meetings in Maharashtra Circle. And last 1 month, we have done more than 24 meetings with our MSME customers only. So these are the things we are going on. Like right now, this emergency credit line government has given to MSME sector. So you will be surprised to know already we have 26,500 eligible customers. So we have sanctioned within a month, in June only, though the time limit is up to October. And already out of those 26,500 people, we have already disbursed to around 11,000 people, and amount up to, I think, 850 crore almost. And this is COVID situation. There people have different situations because documentation and other formalities are involved in that, and people are not availing, not available at the center, or issues. Some issues are there with our customers. So they are taking some time, but since we have time, so we are giving that. Also, if you see, what we say, for even builders, RBI has also come up with 2 years extension in their DCCO by 2 years. So we are also open that. So SBI is open for that. If you see our organization structure, just a minute, please, hold on.
Unmute yourself, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. मधु
हाँ बोला ना साहेब.
त्यांना अनम्यूट करा ना.
हो एक मिनिट.
प्लीज अनम्यूट युअरसेल्फ प्लीज. अच्छा मधु.
हाँ अनम्यूट करतोय.
Yes, it is unmuted.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, thank you. So, in a structure, we have made a massive structural change also to focus on SME. Because earlier our local head offices having this AGM SMEs, we are looking after this our different geographical locations. So now we have put in that AGM SME to those geographical locations. Like we have general offices. So we have 6 general offices in Maharashtra circle, if you say. So we have put in 6 AGM SME only for looking after this SME clients only. And we have created almost 40 SME intensive branches for catering to the services to our only SME customers. where we have put in relationship managers who will be taking care of, and then AGM SME will be the single focal point officer, where anybody, any issue, if they are having, they can approach them. If it is not resolved at his level, immediately with him in the same office, the deputy general manager officer is sitting there who is heading that zone. So we are focused like that. We have made these all changes from 1st of June. So we are all set to go, and we are all out for helping our SME customers to come out of this stress situation due to this COVID. And we have all the products, different products we are also coming out. Like recently we have launched a pre-approved business loan for even those customers who are having what we say current account with us. So we have sent those eligible customers on their we say INB, the international banking facility they are availing. So it is message there. If we accept, already they are having given a message that 2 lakh, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, whatever OD facility is available with you. If you want, you can use. Even we have come up with recently a gold loan product for our SME clients. So you can, if you are putting your gold in house and you have some liquidity issue, you can put in the bank. It is safe as good as in your house, and you can have liquidity also. So many things are going. Even we are coming out with some equity infusion program. I think it matters with RBI. Any day the announcement may come. So we can go for financing the equity portion of the, if it gets approval. So there are so many things, sir, which is coming in with SBI. So SBI, we are all out for you. I'm here also for looking after all the SME businesses, talking to my people there in the field who are meant for this SME intensive. So the time is tough, no doubt, and we have to come out, and we can bounce back. No, not an issue. The government is after us. Government is also supporting us, and already our Honorable Prime Minister has given Atmanirbhar slogan, and we are all going outside. So this is all from SBI. And for any clarification, we can talk in the question answer session. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah.
Niravji.
Yeah. Thank you, Maheshwarji, for sharing yours on the banking aspect. As we are aware, SBI is always proactive with respect to any facilities and loan and other aspects. So I think more questions will come in when we open the floor for questions. I hand it over to Babu Rawji. You had questions. Can you please take it?
Thank you, sir.
Maheshwar Rawji, can we highlight some points which
Like?
not only SBI,
Yes.
but some clients are having account in other banks also.
Okay.
So any can clarify you?
Like ECLGS program, emergency credit line government has given. It is all for all banks. Every bank has to give. So 20% of this fund-based outstanding as on 29th February, provided the account is not NPA or SMT. So this is for everybody. And rather, I think this restructuring, we are also doing restructuring. All banks are open for restructuring. If some companies are facing any difficulty, so if it goes for a restructuring, it will not make their account NPA also. So by keeping their account as standard, they can ease out their liquidity position. So that is all for every bank. I think DFS is monitoring everything every day. Even this ECLGS, every day DFS is monitoring the progress. So SBI has already done 5 lakhs, more than 5 lakh sanctions in the country. So I think every bank is open right now for helping out MSME, because DFS is already monitoring every week. Every week, the MD and chairman of all the banks are facing DFS, and there are different schemes like even government is sponsored, Stand Up India, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, here Chief Minister Employment Generation Program, then Mudra loans, everything. So we are moving out, and we are also gradually, not only SBI, but all the banks are moving towards the digitalization of all the products, so that you can put in things on the platform and you will get it. And this MSME, once you are, people, our honorable guests were speaking different benefits of MSME. So for banker, as I got your point, sir. As a banker, I can say that if you are registered in MSME as MSME customer, so you are going to have that MSME say benefits which are time to time given by the government, which are time to time given by the bank, in the pricing, in the terms conditions, in the collaterals. So we are a bit liberal for that. It is not like other companies. So MSME, we are this view. Amount wise, I can say, of course, amount means it is depends on your operating cycle. Any business has an operating cycle minus margin. We are ready. There is no embargo on any amount limit which is required for the business. It is need based. So it is open for every bank, sir.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Right.
Now we'll go for open house.
Baburao ji,
Yes.
before that, I think there are 2-3 questions in the chat box.
Now, before that, we'll go questions coming from registration queries.
Okay.
And then you observe the questions from chat.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, sure.
Madhu, please unmute all 3 speakers and our honorable president.
I actually unmuted them. Joshi Sahab and
देशमुख साहेब तुम्ही अनम्यूट करा तुमच्याकडून.
आणि देशमुख साहेब स्वतः अनम्यूट करून घेतला पाहिजे.
So first question I have received from our registration queries. Is it possible builder partnership firm to register under MSME?
Sir, registration is having classification as either as a proprietor, as a partnership firm, as a private limited, as a HUF, as a LLP. These are the constitution wherein you can register your firm.
This question was by Ashish Kawade, Navi Mumbai. If he is there, please unmute him.
Ashish iPhone is there somebody? Ashish iPhone, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Unmute.
Hello.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes, please. Ashish.
बोला. Mr. Ashish, बोला.
I am the Ashish here. Actually, या क्युरीचा आन्सर मी देतो. मी प्रश्न विचारलेला नाहीये, पण मी रजिस्ट्रेशन बद्दल तुम्हाला गाईड करू शकतो व्यवस्थित, कारण की जोशी साहेबांनी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे I have gone through the entire registration procedure and find there are some points which are important, which I should explain you, which are important for registration and all. So first I will answer the query. Partnership fund can register for Udyam registration, no doubt.
1 minute,
and
1 minute.
it will have to be, yeah.
Ashish ji, I have received query from your registration this. If it is not query,
yeah, but
you sirf only you tell your experience how to register.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I can tell that also. I can
all
also
answers will be given by our dignitaries.
Okay.
That is already been, yes. Hello.
Okay, so while registration, there are the website is udyamregistration.in. Okay, which has been shared on PPT. Hello.
Ashish,
Hello. Sir.
Ashish, you please tell what are the queries you are having, or what experience you are having while generating the Udyam registration.
That is I am telling. Okay. So while now there are 2-3 things. One important thing is that the person who has already registered the Udyog Aadhaar, okay, they need not register till 31st of March 2021. Okay, their registrations are valid till that date, but it is recommendatory to register them before that date to our other facilities. Now, when we go for registration, the main important things are PAN number and GSTN. Hello. And GSTN is not compulsory till 31st March 2021. After that, every person who wants to get registered himself on Udyam registration will have to obtain GSTN. That is the important aspect. Okay. And while going to registration, the few things are there. He will ask you few questions like whether you have filed income tax return of 1920 or 1819 assessment year. Okay. You can answer yes or no. Whatever is your status, you can answer that. Okay. And you can go ahead. But while Udyam registration, some fields are made restricted for few days because they will verify your income tax data and GSTN data. After that, your registration certificate will be mailed to you or you can download from the website, because they want to know whether you are putting the name is proper name in your GST certificate or not, and your address which has been given on GST portal. So it is very important nowadays to have link with all the things which you are doing in your business. Means you have to put proper address in your GST. You have to put proper jurisdiction of PAN also, because all the data from your GST and PAN will be taken into Udyam registration, and after that government will automatically.
Second question. Now we'll go for second question. Hello.
Yes.
As developers, do we available of MSME benefits as a developer?
Before the answer, Shakar, don't bring the persons who asked the questions on this thing to the screen.
Yes. Okay.
Umang Kawadia is there? Umang Kawadia.
Umang Kawadia.
Is there?
Who is
Hello, sir. The question is, as a developer, do we avail of MSME benefits?
Sir, as of now, there is no code for the developer. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
As on today, there is no code of in NIC classification for a developer. But if you are insisting for the registration, kindly do representation with the government of Maharashtra. Subsequently, government of Maharashtra will send to government of India, and you will get the NIC code also, and so then you can register as a developer.
But as an enterprise, as a construction enterprise doing the business of construction, he cannot be considered as a entity for registration to MSME.
Sir, developer activity is not given in the NSI classification.
It is a construction activity.
Sir, I have shared you the codes. If your code fits into that activity, say 410 construction of building, then code, instead of saying developer, say 410 code, then you will be registered.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Shakarwarji. Shall I take that question?
Oh yes, can take it.
The next question is from Imran N. Maknojia. He is from Mumbai. The question is, will we be able to get government financial scheme?
See, most of the government financial scheme are for the educated unemployed persons up to the tune of 25 lakhs or 50 lakhs in CMEGP, Chief Minister's Employment Generation Program. If you are having registration, just recent registration as a contractor, you can avail that. Otherwise,
under unemployed graduates.
If you are existing, then having registration prior to 2-3 years, you will have to take direct from the bank.
Next question, it is from Kirit Dave, Mumbai. How the MSME loan is related to subsidy?
Sir, unfortunately, the subsidy component is for the manufacturing enterprises based upon the investment in fixed capital investment. Presently, for the construction activity or service enterprises, there is no subsidy from the government side.
Okay, thank you.
Only interest subvention will be there. That will Mr. DGM sir will deliberate upon that. Interest subvention may be there from the MSME.
Can he continue?
The interest subvention is there. Certain government guidelines gives if it's industry, because when government wants to promote certain industries or certain export, so they give this what we say interest subvention. So you'll have to see in the budget already. It is already whenever the government comes, it is already notified in the government side. So we'll have to go to see that which are the industries which are covered in that. So at times it keeps on changing also.
Okay. Next question. It is from Burjes Bathena. He is also from Mumbai. He is asking, can he convert his existing private limited company to MSME?
Sir, change of constitution is admissible. If you are having a private limited and you have to convert it into LLP or say limited company, or if you want to retire all the directors and become a proprietor, all these are possible. Change of constitution is possible.
Okay. I am moving to next question. It is from Nagesh Shetty, Nanded.
But it has to be informed to the all the line departments, GST, all those.
Yeah, of course. There is one question. He want to know opportunities in construction industries. How will it be related?
Sir, I am not a rather authority.
Yes. That is the same question is also in my mind. How he get wants clarification of you people. Okay, I am moving to next question. It is from Mudra Shah, Mumbai. Can you elaborate more opportunities through Swami Fund for real estate developers? Swami Fund, more opportunities from Swami Fund. Can you elaborate?
Not with respect to.
We are not getting what is Swami Fund, sir?
SWA-MIH.
Recently introduced.
No, sir, not aware.
No, that is also yes. Another question is from Haresh Nanjigada from Mumbai. How will the Indian economy revive after the COVID-19 global pandemic? Also, not expected.
It will depend upon our consistent efforts from all sides, contractors and all this. Yes.
In any information of machinery in relation with MSME activities?
Definitely, you will get the information. Every district is having district industry center headed by the general manager of DIC. As regional headquarters in Maharashtra and all over the India also we are having joint director of industries. They are all technical persons. Definitely you will get the information from the district and concerned district industry centers.
Shakkar sahib घेते. झालं? Shakkar sahib. अनम्यूट करा स्वतःला. काही लोकांनी हात उचलले. नीरव सरांना मला वाटतं
नीरव सर पाहतायत ते. नीरव सर पाहतायत.
लोकांनी
Yeah. I think I'm picking up question. Hello.
Nirav, you can take from the question from the open houses.
Yeah. No, I'm taking first from the chat box.
Yeah.
I'll take questions from the chat box. The first question is from Mr. Kashi Vishweshwar Rao. He has asked that he is already registered in MSME under the service sector in medium category, and his early investment was about 2 crores. Now, since the definition has changed, and he is now coming into the small category. So he has 2 questions: whether he needs to be registered again, and that second, whether he is eligible to claim the benefits now, payment pending from government departments within 45 days for bills pending till now.
Sir, basically, this gazette notification came with effect from 1st of July 2020. If you are having a status of micro industries or a small industry or medium enterprises, prior to July 2020, then my suggestion will be please wait up to March 2021, consult your chartered accountant and see the consequences.
Yeah.
Depending on the
बोला सांगा मग प्रश्न घेऊ आणि 3 माणसांनी हात उचलले आनंद गुप्ता संजय शर्मा स्टेट चेअरमॅन आणि उमंग कोवाडिया
हे नीरवशी बोलतो उमंग कोवाडिया झाले रे उमंग कोवाडिया झाले
Yeah, can we we're not getting the question.
संजय शर्मा स्टेट चेअरमॅन
हे नीरव करेल ना त्याला कळेल ना हँड रायझिंग
इसको करना पड़ेगा ना हाथ और नहीं केले
हँग झाले
meanwhile I would like to
Yeah, Joshi sahib.
Meanwhile, I would have to add something on the facilitation council. Most of the builders or contractors having contracts with the central government or state government agencies, wherein in the tender procedure there is a provision of arbitrator. Most of the tenders, the higher officer, which is the chief engineer or the higher officer from the central government or state government, of that project is the appointed as arbitrator. That clause is there. So if there is a dispute regarding some payment on delayed payments, then you will have to first approach to that arbitrator. Our experience is that most of the arbitrators defend their departments. So this facilitation council is having overriding effect. You can apply for this facilitation council. As this facilitation council is having overriding effect, you can approach the one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think can we move on to the next question?
Yes, please.
Yeah. The next question is, I think Mr. Dhruv Sharma has asked, how is NSIC registration limit? What are the monetary limits in NSIC, and how to handle it?
Sir, NSI is a National Small Industries Corporation. It is a central government's body. All these provisions of the MSMED Act are applicable to NSIC also. NSIC gives the registration which will be invariably required for the tendering of the central government projects, wherein you will be getting EMD exemption and security deposit exemption also. So NIC, it is better to register with the NIC also.
Okay.
If you want to have some raw material assistance also, they are having some schemes of raw material assistance as well at the concessional rate. Okay. It is better to register with the NSIC.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So next question is from Mr. Bhuvan Giri Goswami. He is asking to Maheshwarji, is there a criteria which restricts SBI to sanction only up to 30% more of existing limit for any customer who is migrating from other banks?
Yes, actually, initially, when we are taking over, so actually not 30%, it is 25%, not more than 25% we can take enhancement at the time of takeover. But after 6 months, seeing the conduct, we can go for any limit.
Okay, thank you. Next question, I think to you only, Maheshwarji, is from Mr. Sanjay Sharma. He has 2 questions. For SBI, why is the SBI asking for the charge to be created on the collateral for the 30% additional funding? Isn't this supposed to be a government guaranteed scheme? And the second question is, for SBI in MP, it is asking the customers to get additional charge registered in the registrar office. So he has asked for clarifications on these 2 aspects. These are specific questions to SBI.
Actually, we have to see in 2 things, because we are, this product says that this loan we will not be asking for any collateral. So we are not asking any collateral for this amount. But what we are doing, because the government says, NCGT says also, tomorrow if some default happen, then whatever you will recover from the assets of the company, and the shortfall will be paid by the government. So that's why we are just extending our charge. We are not asking any collateral. So don't think we are creating collateral. Collateral means we are not taking. Whenever we are enhancing any limit, we are asking some collateral for mitigation, risk mitigation. But this time we are not asking. So somewhere it's a company, so it might be you'll have to register charge also. That is it. Because your liability does not extinct. You have to give your guarantee will continue, and whatever security, our charge will continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is from Mr. Saurabh Chakravarti. He has questions on NIC codes. The first question is, all NIC codes are not covered under the, he has specifically mentioned, they fit under code 4694954, but the code is not available in the drop-down list. And then what is the procedure to register in that case? And second question is, can NIC code change subsequent to registration, and online or through physical application? What shall be the procedure?
Sir, NIC, for referring the NIC codes, I request you all to refer to the NIC 2008, which are the recent codes. If some code is not there for in all categories, last item is other NEC. You can pick up that code and take it into account and narrate the description. So your registration will be there.
Okay. So there is another question is, what is the fate of trading organization eligibility? Earlier it was not there. Is it likely to come back? I mean, be included in the under the facilities for MSME?
Sir, we are making reference to Government of India and government in this regard. So certain activities which are trading as well as service activities that can be incorporated, we are making reference for that. So your association will have to take lead in this. One who is having Shop Act registration and relevant activities to service industry, kindly make representation with the Government of India and Government of Maharashtra, all the respective state governments.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is, which is I think which is more interesting for the all the contractor fraternity, is for a government contractor, what are the limits for exemption in payment of EMD and security deposit for government contract? This is from Mr. Kalpesh Desai, Nasik.
There is old GR. He is from my region only. I am heading Nasik region also.
Okay.
So EMD exemption and security deposit, there is no exemption limit as such. Whatever EMD is there, he will be getting exemption, provided he is having valid SME register.
Okay.
If you are tendering,
Sir, next question is from Mr. Pardon, sir?
If he is tendering with the local self-government, then you will have to convince that local self-government. There is every possibility that local self-government may not listen to our registration. You will have to please them then. I am using the word please.
But as per your act, those are not binding on those local self-government departments?
That are binding, but they are dictating their terms. We take up the matter in the Jilla Udyog Mitra if such a situation occurs.
Okay.
Okay. I think, sir, the next question is Mr. Shiv Shankar Bukke. He is asked, is the 20% liquidity scheme viable only for nationalized bank, or also the cooperative banks can avail this facility?
GM sir may deliberate on this.
Yeah.
You are asking about what, sir? Which 20%? Is that ECLGS?
I think he has only mentioned that is the 20% liquidity scheme viable only for nationalized bank, or even the cooperative bank customers ability.
I think it is for all the banks, even private banks they have to give.
Okay.
I don't think government, because it is guaranteed by NCGTC, and they have given guidelines. So, but I think this time only the last information I had, so only nationalized banks are doing, but it is open for that, everybody.
Okay. Provision of There's one question from Jai Prakash Bhatia ji. He is asking, is there provision of registration of associations like BI and members become MSME member?
The BI as a separate entity cannot register under MSA. Individual will have to apply.
I think that's there is a very straight answer to that. And, I think everything is covered.
Madhu, I request you to unmute Mr. Ram Kotayaj.
Yeah.
Chairman of our MSME committee.
Chairman of our MSME committee or National MSME committee. Madhu.
Kotay sir, unmute yourself. Kotay sir. राम कटेज आपको अनम्यूट कीजिए.
Unmute कीजिए, please.
Kotay sir, you are mute. Kotay sir, you are mute. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. I am very thankful to Balwant Joshi ji and other people, those who have given very good education to the Builders Association of India members, and I am thankful to Babu Rao ji and Mr. Nirav Parmar ji, our Pradeep Nageshwar ji, our Honorable President who appointed me as MSME Committee Chairman. I am thankful to all of you. Sir, today, in the pandemic situation, all of us, we have to use MSMEs. The reason behind it, it is more than the industry where we are giving employment to the people more than agriculture. The reason behind it, one nail has to manufacture, that people is coming under MSME. Okay. Like this, if you take into consideration in construction industry, not less than 200 items is there. All the things is coming under construction industry. That's why we are bigger than any other industry in this country. Then the Prime Minister of India also is given us a 3.4 lakh crores. Out of his 1 lakh crores is construction industry. We have to use this. I request my brother members, those who are interested to join with me, I request all the members, those who can join. This is the time where we have to use the need of this country, because we are the people, real people doing turnover. That is number one. The second thing, so many people is having a lot of questions. I sincerely request all the members, those who are joined today, buy one guide. MSME book is there. Buy one guide and keep it with you. And 90% of your questions, you are getting the answers. Number one. Second thing, below 250 crores, all the people is coming under MSME. Need not worry. This builder is coming under MSME or somebody is coming under MSME. Don't worry, because nobody knows about this. Now so many things is going to add into this. That's why I sincerely say all the members, those who are doing 250 below less than 250 crores, they are coming under MSMEs. All people utilize this MSME benefits. Then we are going to keep arbitrators also, because the other our guest speaker, he has given a very good this regarding this 45 days payment. 22 days only he has said. I am really thankful to him, because I was thinking it is only after 45 days they have not given, they will be punished. Then the interest rates also very high to be given by the arbitrator in the MSME courts. That's why we have to use this opportunity and take the benefits of the construction industry, because it is very, very, very important point you have made, Babu Rao ji. It is not a small issue. You have made a very good virtual meeting. I am thankful to you. And our Nirav Parmar also is given very good time for our members. And I once again, I sincerely say,
Some problem is there, Ram Kotay.
Yeah.
There is some problem. So, Madhu.
Babu Rao ji, chat box में अवस्थी जी का मैसेज है.
Please unmute Dr. Dharmesh Avasthi. He has come back. 1 minute.
Yeah.
He has finished.
Hello.
You have finished.
आत्मनिर्भर के लिए Prime Minister Sahab is given, and we have to Atmanirbhar karna hai. हम लोग actually we have to be very very keen. It is you are saying that keeping all the gold in bank, all this is not the important thing. We are giving our lives in the country's sake. The contractor or builder, they are doing very good, helpful to the country. That's why this is especially for us only. We have to use this. I sincerely request our members to come forward. Any questions is there? I am having very good person with me who has done very good doctorate in MSMEs. I will get him in the next virtual meeting, and you will get your all your questions to be given answer properly. And I will tell you, for 1 crore rupee of his LD, he got 150 crores claim, claim. And this is not a small issue. 1 crore ke liye this man is quoted, and he has got 150 crores arbitration amount. This is a victory of contractor. He is not a BIA member, but I told him, you have to join with our BIA meetings, and he is having a committee members of engineers, chartered accountant, arbitrator, advocate, and as well as financiers like that. He is having N+1 people with him. All of them is working a lot. Like that, all our MSME committee also, I am going to appoint people. Then we are going to take the needed efforts, because my Bhatia ji or my coach, Shivakumar ji from Chennai, all of us, we are together, and we will do the needful effort for this organization. And I am thankful to all of you. And any questions is there, I am ready to give answer knowing area.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dr. Dharmesh Awasthi ji.
All right, thank you for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, my question is to Mr. Narayan Prasad. Whatever has come from the Ministry of Finance in the 2 stages, I find that when it has been declared as far as the interest is concerned, it was 7.5%. But the banks, on the garb of their own policy and their own headquarters, they are not giving that much what has been already said publicly by the Finance Ministry. That is, they are giving, as per their own convenience, 7.9 or 8%. That's number one which I would like to put. Are they governed by the RBI? RBI says something else. Individual banks come with something else as their policy. This question is for Mr. Narayan Prasad, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you for a very pertinent question, sir. I appreciate for your this question. Actually, this is a pricing regarding this. If you are talking about, I think particularly this emergency credit line, sir. So as for SBI is charging around 7.5 or 6, the lowest rate possible for that as per the government guidelines, because they have given government has given a band from 7.5 to 9.25 you can charge. So every bank has its own asset liability management and they have their own cost. So they have decided upon that. So it is not that government has told you have to charge this rate only. The government has given 7.5 to 9.5 band. So every bank has decided their own rate of interest as per their own cost of fund. So that is why you might be seeing the difference in the pricing in different banks. So, but SBI is right around 6.5, 6.6. We are sanctioning the loans. And second question was, sir, I just forgot what you were asking.
My second question is this collateral free loan. Now, in spite of the fact it is clearly mentioned in MSME Act that up to 1 crore, it could be collateral free. But at the same time, I find banks, they still insist that whatever the security you have in any form, you must give. They are not giving loans to the people without a collateral security, in spite of the clear instructions from both RBI as well as the Finance Ministry. Now, the directives and the guidelines given by the RBI, can these banks ignore? I'm talking about nationalized banks, not the cooperative banks.
So you are, sir, you are talking about any this loan of 1 crore, or you are specific about this?
Less than 1 crore, yeah.
No. Up to 2 crore, all the loans are in MSME are covered by the CGTMSE. Right, sir?
संजय शर्मा
So we are not asking for any collateral for those loans. Okay.
But on the contrary, banks like Indian Bank, they say, no, we will not be able to give you the loan in spite of these directives unless you put some collateral security. That's what
If they are doing, sir, then they are not doing right the right thing, I can say. So you can take up with the management there. They cannot do like that because what we are saying here in RBI, up to 2 crore is guaranteed by CGTMSE. So we are not asking for any collateral, sir.
My next question is to Mr. Deshmukh.
Yes.
Now, MSME Act, once this notification of 26th of June 2020, does it, or earlier MSME Act 2006, does it not apply to state governments and the PSUs of the state governments?
Yes, you meant to say procurement policy?
Yes, MSME policy and the provisions of the Act of MSME 2006 as well as the notification of June 2020. All these provisions, do they not apply to state governments as well as the PSUs of the state governments?
They are applying to state governments also, but central government has done it mandatory for central government. Now central government has not done mandatory for state governments, for procurement only, for procuring the some services or goods. State government can apply, can take. You mean to say central government has done it mandatory for their central government organizations. State government, it has not done the mandatory for state governments. Procurement only.
I got your point. I think BI, I'll request the BI president that we should take up this with MSME, that it should apply irrespective.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Dharmesh ji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you indeed.
Thank you. Please, Madhu, please unmute Sanjay Sharma, State Chairman, Madhya Pradesh.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Baburao-ji, for such a wonderful meeting. I'm attending this meeting while driving on road, and I've just stopped midway. I have a very pointed question for Mr. Nageshwarji of SBI. Why is it that the banks, different banks are having different guidelines for the same product? I'm talking about the emergency credit guarantee scheme. In MP, what is happening is SBI is asking for something else, whereas other banks are simply doing disbursing the loan on getting signatures on a single sheet of paper. They're not asking for the charge to be created in the registrar office. Why is it so?
There is no voice. Sir, Maheshwar sir, there is no voice. No.
No, can't hear.
Now it is mute. मधु अनम्यूट करा तिकडून.
अरे ते अनम्यूट आहेत, माझ्याकडे अनम्यूट आहेत ते.
म्यूट आहे आपल्याकडे.
अरे कुठे कधी झाले ते? एक मिनिट. नाही माझ्याकडनं आता झालं, ठीक आहे.
No voice.
So you have to unmute yourself.
No, he has unmuted, but his voice, there is no voice. तर मधु
अनम्यूट आहेत ते माझ्याकडे.
ठीक आहे, त्यांचा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह होईपर्यंत इज देयर एनीवन हु हॅज रेज्ड हिज हँड?
मिस्टर आनंद गुप्ता.
चलो. Take him. Unmute him, please.
गुप्ता साहेब स्वतःला अनम्यूट करा.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
See, I want a re-clarification from Mr. Praveen Deshmukh that he said that in case person is registered in MSME as a contractor and any state government, central government or any their undertaking do not make them payment for 45 days, then he can make a complaint and he will be eligible to get 3 times the interest rate.
Yes.
So can you just quote few example, 1 or 2 contractor who got this kind of thing?
Yes, in Nasik region, when I was working in Nasik region, one contractor was there. He has provided services to other large industries in Gujarat. And when a large industry in Gujarat, he was also a contractor, big industry. If they are not giving payment to him in 45 days, so he lodged a complaint on Samadhan portal of Government of India. And after if they don't mutually agree for payment, so they approach the Consultation Council.
You are saying, you are saying, in case any contract
मधु अनम्यूट करा सगळ्यांना. मधु सगळ्यांना अनम्यूट करा. मधु प्लीज अनम्यूट.
रुकिए जरा 1 मिनट रुकिए.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
बोलिए.
One contractor from Nasik region.
Register hoga. He will be eligible for 3 times the interest rate in case he makes a complaint against that central, state, or any other department. Is it true?
Not complaint. You please hear to me. He has to lodge a complaint in Samadhan portal. Hearing is done, and if council give awards decision in favor of him, he can get 3 times of the interest.
My question is to Mr. Joshi. Hello, sir. My second question is to Mr. Joshi. Can you hear me, Mr. Joshi?
Joshi sir, unmute.
Joshi sir.
अनम्यूट करा तुम्ही स्वतःला प्लीज.
जोशी जी, सर कैन यू हियर मी? जोशी जी, क्या आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं?
हाँ थांबा साहेब, गुप्ता साहेब थांबा, ते अनम्यूट करून घेत आहेत. तुम्ही यू टेल योर क्वेश्चन सर, ही कैन हियर यू.
नहीं, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है सर, आपने आपके स्पीच में कहा कि जो जितने भी लोग एमएसएमई में रजिस्टर होंगे एज ए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, दे विल बी एग्जेम्प्टेड फ्रॉम earnest money and security deposit. Can you name few department which are exercising this? और यदि वो exercise नहीं कर रहे हैं कोई भी कारण से, तो हम क्या under the act of the parliament can we have any legal remedy to get rid of it?
Sir, there is no legal remedy as such, but if you are registered with the, you are having a valid registration Udyog Aadhar or NSIC registration, you can claim for the EMD exemption as well as security exemption. Most of the central government PSUs, Navratnas, BSNL and all those things, they are giving the rendering this security deposit and EMD exemption.
Sir, I have not seen anywhere. At least I am also having a career of 40 years. किसी ने भी मुझे अभी तक exemption दिया नहीं sir. Security deposit में भी और earnest money में भी.
With which
my ignorance or what you want?
You are working with which department, sir?
Sir, I am working for CPWD. I'm working for MES. I am working for Goa Infrastructure Corporation. I am working for Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation.
Are you having, sir, valid Udyog Aadhar and NSIC registration?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then they will have to give.
So you are saying that in case they are refusing, I can take a legal remedy.
You can take or you can apply to the Jilla Udyog Mitra, wherein forum it is headed by the district collector, and he will direct the concern.
So sir, you are clarifying my 30,000 Builders Association of India member that they all are eligible to register in MSME. They all are eligible to get exemption from the earnest money. They are all eligible to get exemption from security deposit and performance guarantee.
That is there, sir. That provision is there in the act.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Madhu, anyone? Madhu? Madhu? Madhu, unmute yourself.
Yeah, Niro Parmar sir has some queries on the chat from the chat box.
Achha.
Niro Parmar sir.
I think all are covered. We have covered everything.
Yes.
Only I think request was there from Avasti sir. He has already spoken personally, and I think we have covered everything.
Our president, can you unmute? Our president.
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. किधर है प्रेसिडेंट सर? नहीं है, मोहन सर नहीं है ना? नहीं है. No, Mohan sir is not there.
Okay. There are some points which are to be taken up by headquarters and right to the concerned authorities, which got from these all queries.
Correct.
So now we will conclude this meeting. I request Mr. Satish Vidulkar, Secretary, Western Region, to give vote of thanks.
एक मिनट विडुकर साहब, एक मिनट. सतीश विडुकर साहब नहीं है.
आहेत ना?
हाँ बोला साहेब. हाँ येते हैं.
Friends, after this informative session and open house, now we are turning to concluding this great event. I am very much thankful to our Honorable President Sri M. Mohan
Mute. Unmute करा सतीश. हाँ आता बोला.
Hello. Friends, after this informative session and open house, now we are turning to concluding this great event. I am very much thankful to our Honorable President Sri M. Mohan sir, our Vice President Sri Arun Sahai sir, Sri Sachinananda Reddy sir, Sri Chandrakant Raipat sir, Sri K. Chinnaswamy sir, our National Secretary Sri Pradeep Nagvekar sir, National Treasurer Sri Gyan Madani ji, for their presence, and also Mr. Ram Krotaya sir, Chairman MSME also. I am very much thankful to today's speaker Sri Maheshwar Narayan Prasad sir, DGM SME SBI Mumbai, Sri Balwant Joshi sir, Joint Director of Industries, Government of Maharashtra, Sri Praveen Deshmukh sir, former Joint Director and Industries, for their valuable speech and guidance to our construction industry. I am also thankful to all state chairmen, past presidents, trustees coming from all over India. I am very much thankful to all participants coming have to take advantages of MSME in our construction industry in a large number. Thanks to back office, Mr. Raju John sir, Executive Secretary. Thanks to Sri Madhusudan ji for his very strong support. Thank you, all of you.
Before concluding, I thank Mr. Nirav Parmar ji for supporting me in this event, and Mr. Madhu for his strong support. Nirav Parmar ji, you are mute. One thing I have to say here, that we will send all PPTs and numbers of today's speaker on our PI group. Somebody has requested to send
Sir, Shankar sir, people have registered They have given their email ID. We will send an email to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, attaching the PPT and giving the contact details of the speakers.
Okay, we can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Babu Rao ji, for wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Doshi Sahab, Medical Lab, all. Thanks very much. Madhu, please close.